Hello everyone and welcome to Learning with JGO. In today's video, we shall discuss the summary of the novel Matilda by Roald Dahl. This book was written in the year 1988. The story features a very brave, courageous and resilient young girl, Matilda. Matilda is a genius and will live her life against all odds to achieve her freedom. Matilda Wormwood learns to read on her own at age 3, and by the time she is 5, she has read all the children's books at a local library, as well as more than a dozen adult classics, like Great Expectations and The Grapes of Wrath. Matilda Wormwood is frequently left at home by her uncaring and self-absorbed parents. Matilda is gifted in math and is able to perform calculations in her head. Her parents don't read and believe Matilda is wasting her time. We have Harry Wormwood, Matilda's father, a very dishonest car salesman who lures his customers into buying awful cars. Matilda isn't afraid to call her father out as a dishonest person. Her father, Harry Wormwood, proudly teaches his young son Michael the finer elements of defrauding customers while dressing colorfully and selling worn-out second-hand cars that have been made to look virtually new. The mother of Matilda plays bingo in the afternoons and watches TV in the night. Both parents are arrogant and small-minded. They regard their daughter as an inconvenience and they treat her very badly. Matilda decides to take a revenge on them. She puts superglue into her father's pork pie hat and it takes him a day to get it removed. Her father got a lot of his hair removed as a result. She borrows a neighbor's parrot and positions the caged parrot in the chimney. Whenever the family is on the dinner table, the parrot speaks, and this terrifies her parents, who believe it's a voice of an armed robber or a ghost. Matilda once again switches her mother's platinum hair dye with her father's hair lotion, causing him to convert his hair from black to white. When Matilda first enrolls in Crunchem Hall Primary School, Miss Honey, a sweet and lovely teacher, immediately sees Matilda's brilliance and assigns her challenging coursework. She tries to persuade Matilda's parents to recognize their daughter's intelligence, but the Wormwoods reject the notion. Miss Trunchbull, the headmistress, is big in stature and cruel to the kids, whom she despises. Trunchbull, a former Olympic hammer thrower, has a talent for picking up annoying kids and dumping them out of the windows or over fences. She holds a meeting where she makes a boy consume a huge chocolate cake after he's caught taking her midday snack, hoping it would make him sick. The boy successfully finishes the chocolate cake, and this irritates Mrs. Trunchbull. The oppressive woman dislikes Matilda right away. Miss Trunchbull's water glass is accidentally filled with a toad by Matilda's friend Lavender, and the shocked headmistress suspects Matilda of doing it. When Matilda is angry, her eyes magically direct some force towards the glass, knocking it over upon Trunchbull together with the toad. Matilda tells Miss Honey that she was responsible for the glass falling. As proof, she focuses and causes the glass to crash once again. Miss Honey, who is surprised, consents to help Matilda learn how to use her new gift in secret. They travel to the teacher's little cottage in the countryside. It has no furniture nor running water. Matilda realizes that Mrs. Honey is very poor and asks why. Miss Honey replies by saying that when she was a little girl, she was called Jenny. Her mother sadly passed away at a young age. Jenny's father, Magnus, brought in her aunt Agatha to assist raise Jenny in the house. But the aunt was wicked. She killed Jenny's father and claimed it was a suicide before holding the child captive and using her for household chores. Later, Jenny enrolled in a local teachers' college and was hired by Crunchem Hall, but the aunt persisted in making her hand over her pay. By relocating to the cottage, which the owner rents to her for pennies per week, Miss Honey managed to get away. Her aunt Agatha, also known as headmistress Trunchbull, falsified the deed of Jenny's former home and continues to reside there as though the house belongs to her. In deciding to assist Miss Honey, Matilda practices in making one of her father's cigars float and move around every day after school for a week. When Miss Honey's Thursday class is being taught by Miss Trunchbull, Matilda magically causes a piece of chalk to write on the chalkboard, claiming that it is Magnus, warning Agatha to give Jenny her house and money and leave the town, or he will kill her like she killed him. Trunchbull passes out and needs to be transported to the hospital. The following day, Mr. Trilby, Trunchbull's helper, visits Trunchbull's home and discovers it to be unlocked. When he walks in, everything is in its proper position with the exception of being empty. After that, Miss Annie receives a letter from the law office stating that her father's properties have been transferred to her. Miss Honey relocates to her previous home. Every afternoon, Matilda pays her a visit. The girl is moved to the highest grade by Miss Honey, where she excels academically. As a result of Matilda's father's fraudulent business dealings, the Wormwood family immediately leaves to make their way to Spain. Matilda is reluctant to leave, but Miss Honey and she rush to her home, where the teacher offers to watch Matilda while the rest of the Wormwood family flee. Harry and his wife mumble and consent to the proposal. They get their son into the car and leave. Mrs. Honey grabs Matilda and they both hug each other.